Let AJ Doman Chevrolet be your one stop for all your business needs in 2025. Whether it's a service body, a flatbed, or a chassis for a custom upfit, we got you covered. And we know time's important, so we have a large selection of work-ready trucks on hand. AJ Doman Chevrolet, serviced in the area for over 35 years at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. AJ Doman Chevrolet, your business elite dealer.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of Bayou Time. Again, your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it very, very much. And you know, one of those places in our community that does so much for so many is our library system. But we got something awfully special coming up. Welcome to the program, Ms. Stephanie Chesson. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me today.
Absolutely. Of course, Stephanie is a Friends of the Terrebonne Parish library liaison. Friends of Terrebonne Parish does so much with our library system, and so very glad. We've got such an effective and productive library system here. A lot of parishes really marvel at what we do.
Yes, we are noted across not just the state, but the country
nationally
for what we've done and the library systems that we have in place.
Yeah, and we get to bring lots of really cool things. Tell me a little bit about this Cajun Heritage Day. I know you're excited about it.
I'm very excited about it. This is brought to the community through a grant from the Jazz and Heritage Foundation in
cool.
New Orleans.
Right.
They wanted to provide funding to something that helps bring our community and our culture to light and to the forefront.
Yeah, and we've got such a rich culture here.
I love it.
So it's really, really cool. All right, Jay, bring that flyer up if you don't mind. I want to let people know it's the Cajun Heritage and Music Month. Again, it's brought to you by the Friends of the Terrebonne Parish Library, and it's funded through this grant through Jazz and Heritage Foundation Community Partnership Grant. Tell us what they can expect for the day.
So for the month, we have dance lessons that are going on twice this month. We had a lot of people come out to our South Regional branch yesterday for dance lessons with Miss Carrie DeLarge.
Nice.
And then on the 22nd, we're going to do it again.
Right.
We have bands playing at the main library and at the South Regional branch on the 17th and the 24th. We're going to have Cajun French lessons on every Thursday, starting next Thursday.
Okay.
Don't be afraid to come jump in. You didn't attend the first one, that's okay. And we're all going to accumulate at the end of the month to a Fado Do.
Oh.
So we'll have the Cajun Sunrise Band playing after hours. It's a library after hours event from 5 to 8 o'clock. You can come out and dance to the live music, have some fun. We'll have people there that'll help you dance to the music and what you can do. And the best part is this is all free.
Wow. All free to the community. Again, you got the Sauce Piquant on the 17th.
Sauce Piquant is going to be playing on the 17th.
Right. Wow.
And the free songs will be at South Regional on the 24th. We're really hoping the weather's good and they can play outside and we can just enjoy the outdoors.
And again, what this does is all month long, it helps us to really celebrate our culture, and it's Cajun Heritage and Music Month. And so a really big deal about this is just another one of those things that the library finds ways to create partnerships and be able to bring these unique opportunities. Imagine somebody 5, 10, 15 years old who have kind of seen and heard a little bit about what a Fado Do is, right? They've seen and heard a little bit about what Cajun music is, but this is their way to really immerse themselves in the culture and to find out where we've come from.
Absolutely. And we tend to think that some of these things are just for the older generation, but it's not. So many young people are coming in and singing in French, in Cajun French, and they're enjoying these new crafts to them.
Yeah.
And we also have a community cookbook that we're working on. You can,
wow.
What we want is you to come in and tell us, give us a recipe with a memory. Because you always have that memory that goes with a family recipe.
Sure.
And so we can collaborate and bring those traditions and culture and be a repository for that.
Right. Wow. And again, very often we only think about it being a book depository, but we want it to be a repository for how we're sharing this information, this culture. You mentioned that, and it kind of brings to mind what it's like for these young people. I was introduced, my first introduction, if you will, to French music were the Duesenberries. Oh, and such a beautiful French family that, at La Travaille, again, down the Bayou in our culturally rich area, where they sang in French and in English, and kind of really shared that culture. That's where I was introduced to it. I'm just so very fortunate that my aunt was the only singing member who was not a family member there. My aunt with a beautiful singing voice kind of introduced me to that. And so that's what this is for me. So I want to go to some of these events because I want to remember what it was like to listen to that Duesenberry family and what they did and some of their culture. They have a rich culture here, our Cajun heritage. And they were known internationally. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I'm sorry. And so many times these bands play in areas that isn't conducive to a family environment. You can't bring your kids. You got to get babysitter. There's a cover charge. And we wanted to break down that barrier.
And so, again, the library is doing something that's, again, very unique. It's providing this option for family, providing them to come to do this. You can see all the different live Cajun music options, January 7th, January 17th, January 24th, and the 31st. All these different places at the main library, the South Regional branch for another one of those. Hopefully they'll be able to be done outside. The free Cajun dance lessons, no partner required. They may have some people that needs a partner as well. You can do that together. The Cajun dance lessons with Carrie D. And those are going to be on the 8th and the 22nd at the South Regional Branch in their conference room. And then, of course, the free Cajun French lessons starting on the 16th, 23rd, and 30th. All of those will take place with Trad Schaefer from 6 to 7 at the main library. So lots of cool things. And if you want more information, reach out to Stephanie at sjasson at mytpl.org, right?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Stephanie, thanks for joining us. A wonderful event. We look forward to it.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for joining us. And that'll do it for this particular segment. But don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.